programming. We're in week 2 of our current 8-week cycle. We're going to be continuing on with some of the exercises we did from last week, but then some exercises we're going to be changing up going into this week, having a little bit of focus, trying to do that a little bit of variety. And I know last week was very tough at the beginning of the week, and we're going to try to mix some things up to where there's not really so much soreness going on, but once again, like I emphasized last week, sometimes when you go through these workouts and you need to see what's going on throughout the week, pick and choose which ones you want to go super intense with, while some of them you just want to get those really good quality reps in. Because remember, over time, having that full intensity every day is very hard to meet, is very hard to keep up with. So like for myself, I've emphasized over and over and over, I'm going to pick out certain workouts of the week that I know, like, hey, today I really want to focus in and push myself a little bit on this one because I know it's going to affect me for the next day after, the next 2 days after. So that's just something to keep in mind as we go throughout this little cycle. Now this week too, we're going to have 2 open style workouts, but we've made them both partner workouts because I think they're really awesome partner workouts too. And they'll provide a benefit that's going to allow a stimulus or a response to happen that's going to make you a better, fitter, and healthier person in the long run. So Monday, we're going to keep the hang snatches going right here. We got 2 reps every minute on the minute for 5 minutes at 70 to 75%. That's where we're going to be adding some weight to that. So those of you that maxed out last week, I'm not going to name any names, but I was in the class that happened. It's going to be really difficult for you to go up in weight, but everybody else that did it correctly, you're going to be able to add those 5 or 10 pounds where you want to still feel that confidence in lifting the weight and having really good technique, being able to refine that movement with a little bit heavier lifts or a little bit heavier weight on there. Then we're going to mix up from back squat from last week. We're going to do front squat, picking it up from the floor. So it's supposed to be 70, 75%. Say you got a 300-pound front squat, that's going to be 210 pounds, or 7, 14, 21, wait, 30, 69, yeah, 210 pounds for the guys. So you got 200 pounds for the female, that's 20, 40, 60, that's 140 pounds. So hopefully you can clean that up from the floor because we're going to do 5 front squats from the floor for 5 sets. And after each set, you're going to rest. So I'm going to do my 5 front squats, pick it up from the floor, do 5. I'm going to rest for 30 seconds, and then I'm going to do a max set of pull-ups in 20 seconds. Now, preferably, this would be a max effort, like literally lasting 20 seconds, but some of us might only be able to do 2 to 3 reps at a time. Well, you're still going to have 20 seconds to get those reps in. This would also be a good time that if you want to get some volume with your butterflies, get some volume kips in with your butterflies. If you want to do traditional kipping, you can. Or you could do like the old school Glassman ways of doing things. It was do strict pull-ups until failure, until you have to get the kip in. So maybe start off your 20 seconds doing strict pull-ups, but then go to kipping efforts and doing as many as you can, hanging onto that bar 20 seconds. Some of you 20 seconds might not be enough. You might want to push that to just one max effort set because you know you might be over that 20-second mark for every set. That this is a good time to leave maybe 3 to 4 reps in the tank each set, because if you go to failure right off the bat, that is really going to compromise and really cause a lot of soreness for the next couple of days after that. Because remember, anytime we're doing butterfly or those cyclical movements, it's always the eccentric portion that gets you most of the time. It's not the actual pulling up, it's the slowing your body down on the way down. That's what causes a lot of those soreness. So just keep that in mind as we go for this one. Then after that, we're going to rest a little bit more, maybe 3 seconds, because remember, this is 5 minutes, this is going to take 20 minutes, this is 25 minutes. Then we have 3 sets. You're going to do 20, 25 GHD setup. This is 90 seconds. 20, 25 GHD setups as fast as we can with as smooth and as great technique as we can into max effort double unders. And then in the remaining time of that 90 seconds. So 3 sets, AMRAP 90, 20, 25 GHDs, max dubs in the remaining time for 3 sets. So that's 3, 6, 9. That's a 9-minute portion. So we have 25 here plus 9. 25 plus 9, what was that? 34 total minutes. So then in between, we have 26 minutes to get warmed up. That takes about 10 minutes. Then transmission, in between getting into movements, at least 5 minutes between the other ones. So that should be enough time to get everything done throughout the day. Then Tuesday, we have starting off with the barbell complex. We're focusing this week more so on our split jerks, not so much the clean portion. We have 3 touch and go power cleans, which a lot of you could probably match what you did for a clean pull and a heavy clean pull. Maybe a little bit less, maybe like 10 to 15% less. But then we're working on those 2 split jerks. So that's going to be your limiting factor. So a lot of you, that might equal close to what you did last week, but might not. But remember, we're doing more volume here. We got 5 reps instead of just 3 reps. So that might take your weight down. But we're going 6 sets, 3 touch and go power cleans plus 2 split jerks. We're really emphasizing those split jerks this week. Then 20 alternating rounds of 20.1. 20.1, if you remember, was 10 rounds of 8 ground overheads plus 10 bar facing burpees as fast as time. And what we're going to do, partner up. You got a round, I get a round. We're both going to do 10 rounds. So you'll do 8 ground overheads, I'll do 10, and then you do 10 bar facing burpees, then I'll do 8 and 10. And the goal is speed today. I'm trying to recover real quick, repeatable efforts. And then we have some accessory work. Wednesday, we got some row sprinting mixed in with some gymnastic stuff. This right here is once again set up in 3-minute sections. So we got 5 sets. Each section is going to take 6 minutes. So we have another 90-second AMRAP, 250, 200-meter row sprint. So just like we did the 2025 GHD setups here. Then a little bit, we're going to do 250, 200-meter row sprint, which will take about a minute, maybe less, maybe 40 to 5 seconds or so. In the remaining time, we got strict handstand push-ups. Now, we are not scaling down to kipping handstand push-ups. We are going to do strict handstand push-ups. So if you need to get a box, we're going to do pike push-ups. Get yourself in the pike position, going down and up. That is going to be our handstand push-ups today. We're not defaulting to kipping handstand push-ups. We are going to do strict handstand push-ups. And if you can't do that, then maybe we can still do push-ups from the ground or dumbbell strict presses. And then we're going to rest for 90 seconds. 3-minute mark, another 250, 200-meter row sprint into max strict ring dips or barbell dips or straight bar dips in remaining time. And once again, we'll be able to use that same box perhaps to elevate our feet or use benches to elevate our feet behind us. We will have alternative methods to that. And I know Brittany will be coaching and Jessica and I will be coaching this afternoon. So we'll be able to help you find what's best for you in that one. Then we have some core med ball work to finish out with. Thursday, we're going to do deadlifts plus box jumps. So 5 reps again, only doing 4 sets of 5. It should be 12 minutes here. I'm sorry. Doing 4 sets of 5 again. Every 3 minutes on the minute, you're going to do 5 deadlifts, adding a little bit of weight to what you did last week. Or you're going to be at 70-75% plus 3 to 5 box jumps to end on each set, working on explosiveness. Then after that, we're going to do a 20-minute AMRAP for pure conditioning pieces. This is one of those pieces that is probably good to have that 75-80% type effort too. 20 14 cal bike, 15 kettlebell swings, 10 alternating reverse lunges with the kettlebell that you have. So I'm going to do my kettlebell swings, goblet squat, 10 alternating reverse lunges. Once again, if you can probably find a theme for our deadlift day, we're doing a lot of unilateral lunging movements after that. And then we have some more accessory work there. Friday, we got our upper body push-pull, doing 4 sets, 8 bench press, 12 single arm standing dumbbell rows. So you do your 8 bench press, coming off 12 on your right, 12 on your left, every 4 minutes, repeating that for 4 sets, working up to a heavy set of 8. Then another thing for Friday, 6 rounds for quality and time, keeping that time domain short on the run. Once again, coming in 3 wall walks and 60 double unders, trying to keep that intensity up, getting those practice in for those double unders, because here it's a max effort set. Down here we might change this up later on, but for right now we're going to keep the 60 dubs in there. Maybe this week I might change that up, so be watchful on Wodify. I know that's doubling up on movements, but once again, double unders is something that we are going to see in the open more than, the percentage is super high, so we need to get really efficient at doing those. And then Saturday, we have another partner workout. Now, this is the old open workout. I can't remember which one it was, 18, maybe 2018 this happened. But it was for an AMRAP, 14 minutes per individual. We're going to do it with a partner. And then we're going to see how fast we can get through this. Because with 2 people, and if you got really good skill levels, you're really confident, really fit, and I think a lot of us can get this done. And we're going to be done really quick, a lot faster than what you probably think. 120 cal row to start with, then 100 toes to bar, 80 wall balls, 60 cleans, and 40 muscle ups, 40 ring muscle ups. Divide that by 2 people. Whenever you're doing this, once again, I'm more interested in time on the rower. Yeah. Oh, here, long night. Then toes to bar. I'm going to divide that up. I'm just going to go until I know I have like maybe 3 to 4 reps left. Then I'm going to let my partner go, because now I can recover and still get some big sets in. If I go to failure right off the bat and I'm not helping my partner out when I can only do 1 or 2 reps, then they have to jump back on the bar, and now they're down to 1 or 2 reps, and now we've just both hit failure going back and forth. Find that sweet spot where you have 3 to 4 reps left over, come down, able to check it out, let your partner get their big set in, then let them recover, and then go back and forth. It's a lot better as a team workout. 80 wall balls, 60 cleans. Those cleans, you might be able to do touch and go reps, but probably going to be faster doing quick singles. And then the muscle ups, keeping the sets low, and then being fast transitions in between, the best way to approach that. That's this week's programming. Need any help? Always here. Email me, text me, call me, find me in the gym. We're always here to help you out. If you need to get a new year in-body scan, talk to your coach, come in, let's get you on one of those. And remember, that's free for all of our members. So if you're here, you want it, let's do it. And then let's get better this year. Check out this week's newsletter. It's some really cool stuff. Sergio Rivera's Athlete of the Month. He's got a really great story, just how he's turned his life around the past year. Super proud of that guy. We had some big things happening. Jessica got out and competed this weekend. Her and Emily won. Grant Griffin and his partner won. And then we had a lot of PRs last week on the clean and jerks, even though we didn't mean to have some PRs on the clean and jerks. So there's a lot of good things happening in the gym. Be sure to check those out. Oh yeah, and there is a really cool letter to a brother. There's 2 brothers in the gym. One of them wrote the other one a letter. He wanted to share that. He shared that with me, that personal email, and he thought it'd be really cool for all of you to see. And it's a really, very good, motivating email that I think all of us would like to get every now and then from those that we care about and are close with in our lives. But y'all have a great week. See your names on the leaderboard.